All right, Brian here. Welcome back to the channel. Just like I start every stream, taking a look at where we land in the hero rating global leaderboard. Just a rough indicator of the growth of an account as you progress through the game. Prestige is definitely important, but I like to look at the hero rating because I think that's a better indicator of the amount of effort that you've put into your account. Even if you can't just grow it with cash, as a free-to-play player, this is a huge indicator. And so, it's become, I don't want to say important to me, but it's definitely something I'm proud of to have achieved so far. So we're looking at myself here. I'm definitely not in the top five, so avert your eyes from there. But I went from a little over 64,000 yesterday to 63,832. So that's about, we'll call it 200 placement jumps in a day. And that seems to be about average because I'm getting about 1,000 placement jumps a week. So, 200 a day seems on par. Plus, we got some new champions yesterday, so that's exciting. But it's just something I'm keeping track of, and I like to highlight that. Good morning, Soldier Sheep. Progressed further into my book today. You love the storyline. I want to know, which book are you reading? Because you were telling me that that's what you started doing more lately. So which book are we reading here? I'm curious to know. You may not have seen it because the stream doesn't quite cover it. Let me turn the camera here a little bit. You could almost see it there. There we go. Okay, so this is my bookshelf. It's just a regular old bookshelf, but on it are some of my favorite books. We have some of the classics, right? Which you would call Old English classics, such as Divine Comedy, War, Peace, Iliad, Canterbury Tales, right? We've got some Game of Thrones over here and some mythology books. We've got the Witcher series over there in the corner. We've got the Wheel of Time right here. H.P. Lovecraft and Orson Scott Card's books over there behind the stuffed owl. There's a story behind that. R.A. Salvatore down here. It's a little harder to see. Um, let's see. Terry Brooks, uh, the Shannara Elf Stones trilogy, or not trilogy, but series here. We've got some Star Wars and Dune books over there. And then down here on the bottom shelf is Dragonlance and Forgotten Realms books with it looks, you can't really see it. There we go. My messy shelf here. We got some other books, and then some essentially game books and uh, I don't know, strategy manuals, work related reading. But yeah, I also have a passion for books. I just haven't been reading as much lately because I'm playing this darn game all the time. But I figured since you're going to share your books with me, I'll share mine with you. But that's kind of the stuff I'm into. I primarily like the fantasy fiction uh, style. Although lately I've gotten into some more fictional retellings of like legitimate historical events, which is still fiction, but when the author puts a spin on it to create a dramatic effect, I kind of like that too. So, good morning, Spidey. Sorry, I just went off on a tangent at the beginning of my stream. Soldier Sheep got me to talk about my library. So here we are. So what I'm noticing is that I put my daughter to bed around 8:30 last night, and I usually get back up and I stay up at least until midnight, but the past week I've been staying up till like 2, 3 in the morning, and that's when I do a lot of arena grinding. And I did not do that last night. I fell asleep at 8:30 with my daughter in her bed, and I woke up still laying next to her because I am old and I can't get myself up after I fall asleep. Um, and so while she enjoyed me laying with her all night, I was very unhappy that I'd missed the entire evening, and now my back hurts from hanging out in her little tiny bed all night trying to get her to fall asleep. So F it. Here we are. We're going to do some arena. We didn't quite tap out the arena wins event right there. And then once we're done with Scorpion Arena, or at least get through our 6 stars, I'm going to then move over to Event Quest today and do that. I think I am waiting on a solo event. So when you guys see whatever the next solo event is, please let me know. I'd like to hop into that and get that done. Oh, but let's get started. We got some work to do today. Good morning, Omega Chuck. Says he just finished the Wheel of Time. What a marathon! Yeah. I'll tell you what. So I've read 2 or 3 of the books. I have not read the whole series, and that is because I get busy doing things, like anyone else does. And what got me back into it is I watched the Amazon TV Wheel of Time first season. And I think that the show could have been a little bit better, but it kind of reinvigorated my spirit for finishing the series. And it really helped me grasp and understand some of the things they're talking about in the in the book, not the game. Um, so, being able to now attach a face of an actual person, because I have trouble imagining the character in the story, by the way. Um, Being able to have that visual connection to the TV series is certainly gonna help me. Oh no, gonna help me progress through the story. So anyway, but yeah, Wheel of Time, it's pretty good. Soldier Sheep says that his book is a Chinese book called You got me. It's good. My girlfriend is a chef, question mark. Okay, so thank you for the translation. Basically, it's about how this boss falls in love with his waitress and lady boss that eventually becomes a worker in the company. Uh, really? Okay. Haven't read that much, but it felt like watching a drama. Well, it's got to pull you in, right? A couple of cliffhangers, suggestive ideas. Every book has them, right? I mean, that's the trick of that's the blah 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 blah. That's the art of writing. Is you have to find a way that when your words are read as a writer, that it inspires creative thought to the reader. And that requires not just the ability to literally just throw words onto a page, but you would also need to be able to understand other people and how to make real life connections with them. Uh, so a lot of people will downplay being an author, saying, "Oh, it's so easy, you just write, write, write." And there's a lot of authors that do. But the authors that everybody knows and loves, the ones that get awards and accolades that people talk about, these are the good authors who find ways to make their words literally leap out of the pages. And that is how they become the great works of art that we know them to be today. The descriptions were very vivid. The one I'm currently reading is the first book. I haven't started on the second. Basically, this story is divided into 2 books. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying it, buddy. Good morning, Putrid. Yes, yes. Hashtag Brian is back, baby. I wanted to watch you play last night, Putrid, but I don't know if you caught the first part of my stream where I said that while putting my kid to bed, I fell asleep as well, and I stayed asleep until 5:30 this morning. And so I was mad because I was gonna do this first half of the arena grind last night. Um, and well, that didn't happen. So, uh, anyways, I'll head back to my work. I'll try to catch you next stream. All right, man. Thanks for popping in. Good talking to you. Um, Soldier Sheep, everybody. I guess he doesn't play the game much anymore. I think he misses it a little bit, though. But he's really into his books. So, Anyway, good morning, everyone else. Yeah, just starting the grind here. I woke up at 5:30, got all mad and pissy about it, but I did feel good. I got plenty of sleep. I think I had more sleep last night than I had in like a 3-day period during the week. So, it was probably much needed. I didn't I didn't miss anything spectacular. I missed the majority of the arena grind solo event, so hopefully we can finish that off here this morning. We got about 45 minutes to do that. Shouldn't be a problem. I missed a skill arena combat event, I think. So, no harm there. Um, I'm waiting on this next solo event to pop up. Maybe it's an advancement event, huh? Maybe we get to open a crystal again on stream. I don't really make independent videos for 5-star crystals because nobody was watching them. So, but people like to see them on stream, I think. Uh, it's a good day for a stream too because it's gonna rain today. Well, it said it was gonna rain yesterday too, but that it never did. I think we had like sprinklings at like noon for like 5 minutes. I don't know if that counts as rain. Putrid says, all good. Volume 2 is almost done. Last challenge tonight. Well, good luck, man. Hopefully, I should be able to make it this time. Let's see. Thursday is going to be a busy day for me. The wife gets back Wednesday night, and then I'm going somewhere pretty much for the majority of the day on Thursday. But I should be back for a Friday morning stream. I just have to. After I finish this arena, and then I'm going to, if I'm still streaming, I'm going to hop into Event Quest CavEQ. I still have to finish 3.2. We've got about 1 day left of the Event Quest, so I don't know where all my free time went, but I don't think I wasted much of it. So it's been a busy month for me. Yeah, is what it is, but down to the wire. So when I woke up at 5:30 this morning, I got ready real quick, ate something small, and I basically polished off the last 8 side quest entries that I had available. I used my 4 lockpicks. I ended up going for the 6-star shards, although I'm starting to think that maybe I should have not done that. I don't know. It was that or the 2% T5C crystals. Um, yeah, I don't know. I just sorry. I want to make sure I got that dex down. Um, so I didn't get any other T5C crystals from the entire side quest event. I got a bunch of T4B. I got what I think is a good chunk of T5B and T2A. But I think the one thing that I got a lot of was signature stones that I didn't really want. Um, so that's why I made the decision to use the lockpicks to circumvent getting sig stones in week 3, and opted for the 6-star shards. That essentially gave me a little over 5,000 6-star shards for my 4 lockpicks. It was that, or I would have picked the 5,000 5-star shards, which would have given me 2 5-star crystals. But I don't know. For where my account is and what I'm doing in the game, I feel like there's a lot of incentive to stop getting 5-star shards instead of 6-star shards. Maybe if I was a smaller account, I would have gone that way, but I don't know. I hope I didn't make the wrong decision. You guys let me know if you think I did, but F it. It's done. The side quest is done. All I have left is Cavalier EQ 3.2 to finish, which, when boosted, will probably take me 2.5 hours, I think, maybe 3. So, I got the rest of the day to do that after this arena grind. So, arena grind, CAV-EQ, and then maybe later tonight I'll finish this CAV-EQ or the Scorpion arena. And by finish, I mean get 7.5 million points. And that'll pretty much be my play day today. I gotta find some time to do some laundry though. I figured once the monthly stuff is done, then I could take a break. I'll do some laundry and catch up on some other housework. But we'll see. Good morning, Jacob. Sorry, we're not ignoring you. Just kind of monologuing and rambling about my personal life that nobody cares about. Hold up, hold up. Did my stream freeze? Hold up, hold up. What happened here? Doo-doo-doo. Huh. Wait one. Huzzah! We fixed it. Uh, Hello, I should be out of the house today until noon my time, Central Standard, but I also found out my uncle, who was like a father to me, passed away this morning. Oh my gosh, Jinx. I send my thoughts and my prayers, buddy. Yeah, I'm sorry. Rough day. Thoughts and prayers for Jinx, everybody. That is a rough day. If I'm needed in more AQ, just at me and I'll hop on when I can. Of course, of course. I will try not to bother you. Uh, and if I do, and you need to ignore it, you do what you got to do, man. But thanks for letting me know. If you didn't want to air that out publicly, you could have just sent me a message in Discord. But yeah, do what you need to do, man. Do what you need to do. Uh, Soldier Sheep says, I like to read English novels, maybe because many youths don't speak their mother tongue fluently. When I picked up reading 2 years later, I preferred reading Chinese novels. Maybe because the word choices were able to draw me in further, I guess. Yeah, I guess because you weren't using some of your brain power to do the translation, it probably connected better to you. Um, but it, the, the thing about books, right, is there's an intrinsic value that many people don't realize until they get much, much older. And I learned this from an old dude myself. Um, if you want something to last through the ages and the test of time, you need only look to you know, ancient Egypt, right? Where people were literally using a reed stick, which had a blunt end and a sharp end, and they had created an entire language. And to this day, people still read those words um, that they created using just a triangle shaped stick, right? Like, um, it's so if you need something or you want something to last, and you want to, it's literally a form of time travel, right? The words travel through time and to be read and interpreted in the future, possibly out of context, based on understanding and perception. But words matter, right? The written language, um, it carries a certain power, and that is why I think people say that the pen is mightier than the sword, right? Um, but yeah, Books. Here's the thing: is like as we move into a more digital age where everything is electronic and computerized, there's become a thirst, a real hunger for books that are actually still printed on paper, believe it or not. It's the feel of the paper, it's the smell of the wood, right? It's the book binding glue that has that weird odor that some people, when they start to use only electronic formats of media, they kind of crave being able to hold something in their hands, um, to be able to flip the pages. With every page turn, there's a new surprise, right? Because just endless scrolling on the screen, even though they've kind of mimicked the page flip a little bit, it's not the same. Um, and what's the word I'm looking for? Is it eclectic? Eclectic readers? No. Um, bespoke. There we go. Bespoke. I think that's the word. Uh, the bespoke avid readers really appreciate the finer details of the physical book in their hand. Yeah, I think bespoke is the right word. Breaking out my lexicon on y'all. The number of English novels I have at home is still drastic, though. Jacob says, "Sorry to hear, Jinx. We all care, honey. How dare you ignore Skeletor?" My favorite series would be the Alex Rider series by Anthony Horowitz. I don't know if I'm familiar with that one. If I manage to launch my company successfully in the future and earn a decent amount of money, I want to have a mini library where I place these books. I prefer paperback over ebooks. The feeling is just different. Yeah, I think you understand what I'm saying. Um, I've read a small handful of ebooks, but I much prefer to have the paperback physical copy. It's cool to get like hardback, right? They usually come with like very elaborate art, decorative covers. Sometimes they even have illustrations in the book. Um, and hardbacks are cool, but they're heavy. They take up a lot of room. And for a guy in the military who was moving all the time, just this bookshelf of my favorite books, or at least books that I wanted to read, we're talking like this is like 200 pounds of books or more. Who knows? So yeah, yeah. There's something to be said when you suddenly have to start literally carrying your library around all the time every couple years. You start to really think amassing a library as perhaps this isn't the direction you want to take it. Got some technical difficulties over here. There we go. All right, not sure what's going on with the game. I hit the fight button and it's trying to decide if it even wants to do anything. There we go. Books are amazing things. I have over 1,000 book 1,000 books? Bro. Okay, there's got to be a good reason why you have more than 1,000 books in your house. I need to know. I need to know. Because what I don't show you guys is that over here is my wife's bookcase. And it's completely filled with mostly, we'll call it cooking books and recipe books, or books about food and the science of food, right? Uh, we're not like, food snobs or anything, but we do appreciate learning new things about how to cook and prepare food. Um, and so we do cook the majority of our meals at home. I think some of you have even seen me kind of like do a live stream in Discord of me cooking something um, in the past. But yeah, it's just a passion of ours. Jacob says, I read a ton and I like collecting books. When I was younger, my principal was worried about me because I always had my nose in a book. Nowadays, if a principal sees your nose in a book, they get concerned because they're like, hold on, this kid can read? hold up. Give him a diploma real quick before he leaves. Oh my goodness. Yeah, like all the cookies I made. That's right. So around Christmas time, something I like to do is make Christmas cookies for friends and neighbors. And I made over 400 cookies, and it wasn't just one cookie type. We made like, I want to say 7 or 8 different types of cookies. And I am getting my ass handed to me. Holy cow. Jeez. Am I about to die? I might die. Ah. Wow, that just happened. Oh, that's a lot. I think I have about 200 books. Brian, like the West Virginia Gordon Ramsay over here. Well, it's not West Virginia, it's just regular Virginia. And yeah, we believe it or not, that's so when I'm watching TV, that's about all that we watch. Um, is cooking shows. We absolutely love Gordon Ramsay's different TV series because he forces people to essentially mix it up and to make food combination choices that are not traditionally normal. And that's a skill to just be able to take random crap and turn it into a meal. Um, because sometimes things just don't go together. But if you know how to prepare it properly, or you can, like who would ever put, um, clams into a salad? Well, you can if you do it correctly, right? So that's the kind of stuff we like to watch. In my cabinet, 4 out of 6 slots are used to place those books. Wait, I switched a new cabinet, 7 out of 9 slots. Crazy, man. It's crazy. Dude, I'm telling you, these kids today, so the local high school around the corner, um, I think there's just so many kids in the area that they split the school day into 2 parts. And there's like a morning school and an afternoon school. And different kids go to each one because there's so many kids in the area for them to be able to handle all the kids. Basically, these kids are getting half a day's worth of education now. And then they get sent home with homework to continue their education. But I got a feeling that the parents complained that there's too much homework. And so now these kids literally just have a little bit of homework and a half a day of school. Uh, and so I see them. It's like 10:15 in the morning, and I'm watching kids walk home from school past my house now. And I'm like, damn, must be good to be a high schooler these days. Because I remember high school for me, it was like from 8 all the way until like 4 or 5 p.m. Um, damn. See, I'm too busy talking and not paying attention to these fights. There we go. So yeah, man, I'm a little jealous of these high school kids right now. Still crazy though. You have 200 plus books. I bet if I added up all of our books that we have in the house, we probably have about 200. Um, but they're like, they're stashed throughout the house. We got a young child, so we basically any book that she shows interest in, we buy it just because we want her to read often and well. And she's getting there. She was maybe a little bit behind the power curve because the lockdowns were during her first grade period when they usually start the reading. Um, and so we would do our best to read books to her and with her. But I think she's finally catching up to speed because she picked it up really quick and she's just flying now. Now she reads me books at bedtime rather than me reading her the book. She reads them to me. And I basically just let her wear herself out. And so when she starts like, her head starts like, she's like reading the book and she's like, and then the head starts bobbing. You guys know what I'm talking about. That's when I quickly take the book and I cuddle her real quick. And then hopefully if I haven't fallen asleep yet, then I just get out of the bed and come back to playing Arena. But yeah, that did not happen yesterday. My school is still 8 to 3, sometimes till 5. I wonder what happens when I go to college. The schedules would definitely be much tighter. Uh, well, you're in a different country, Soldier Sheep. So, at least here in America, the majority of colleges, you only attend the school for the classes you have, and certain classes are only offered at certain times. Um, so, there's a lot of college students that uh, they'll have like maybe one or two classes in the morning and then one in the afternoon, and they're about an hour each. So, they get a lot of downtime in the middle. And so, that's usually when they engage in maybe they have a job, maybe there's some extracurricular activities that they get involved in. Maybe they just take a really long lunch break and work on some homework. Um, but there's also people who only take classes at night. So they'll have like a class at like 4 p.m. to 5, and then they'll have a class from like, you know, maybe 7 to 8 p.m. And there's even 24-hour colleges over here in America. You probably have that too, but Um, it's a little bit different. Plus, college kids are lazy; they don't like to get up early. All right, let's text this special two here, huh? Oh, he did get me. All right, well, let's just finish this fight. Brian, look at my account and see what's new. I'm gonna do that a little bit later, Esteban. I'm in the middle of an arena grind here, so maybe after that. If you remind me once I'm done running through my 6 stars, then I'll go take a look. Okay, buddy? It's different from the colleges in Singapore, but I'd go to a polytechnic where it's more of a hands-on thing, and we go to companies to learn through internship. After graduating, we can work. I think that that's some of the best education. Uh, Trade schools and hands-on OJT, which is on-job training schools. Um, I'll tell you right now, working with a bunch of people and also being a manager myself, the biggest problem I would have with new employees is that no matter what certifications, accreditations, or degrees they had, uh, they were walking into a job almost completely blind. I'll tell you right now that many of the people that I would work with who had college degrees, I actually liked working less with them than people that were straight out of high school, because the people with degrees had been programmed in their brain that they were like super smart and that they already knew everything, and they wouldn't listen. They wouldn't pay attention. And so those were always the employees that I had the most problems with. Like I would tell the recruiting staff, I'd be like, look, I I want people who don't know anything. I want them straight out of high school. Like, stop giving me these college degree kids. They create so many problems. So, but that's I had a very particular job, very specific field of work. So anyway, I'm retired now. I don't have these problems. And after all that, it's never the job I missed. It was always the people. I worked with a lot of good people. Oh man, I messed that up. This is this is such a terrible fight. Let's try that again, huh? Did that not kill him? There we go. Like pulling teeth over here to get a kill. Uh, you'd want to go to university if possible? If you don't mind me asking, what is it you do for work, or what is it you want to do for work? It's like I'm not even holding block. So I have not enabled the beta opt-in features for the new parry timings code, whatever it is. Um, and I don't really want to. I've gotten very accustomed to what they have now. I like the way it's working. I'm happy with how it's working. And now they're talking about cutting off these weekly compensations, and I'm like, I don't. From my point of view, with my device, like I don't think there really was any problems. I think we just had a bunch of complaining players. So I know I don't want to tell anyone that they're lying. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, from my point of view, I'm not experiencing the problems that I hear so much about. Um, have I noticed a dropped input time or two? Yeah, but that might be more of a my device problem. Maybe I had something on my fingertip, or excuse me, the screen wasn't really sensing my physical contact with it. It could have been any number of things. So I just, I don't know. I'm worried that this cutoff of compensation is going to affect a lot of people who've been getting by with it as a requirement. Without those compensation packages, their ability to participate and perform is going to drastically drop. Which in regards to Alliance War is a much needed change, because yet again wars are being decided by deaths and diversity because of all these potions and revives. And Alliance Quest. I think there's going to be some people that really struggle if the potions and revives go away. So we'll have to see how that goes. I'm thinking of taking on a business course, though it's popular nowadays and competition is going to be tight. That is true. A lot of people with essentially business degrees of some sort. Um, I, I don't know, man. I've never met anyone who got a financial degree who regretted it. They may not always have the most exciting or glorious of jobs, doing some kind of accounting or tax preparation, paperwork, filing. So, anyone who ends up working for a bank, as far as I know, is pretty well paid. Um, so, if you're just working a job for money, financial degrees seem to be a decent option. Engineering is always a high paying one, although it's maybe not the most favorable office conditions, a lot of demanding hours, time, but I don't know. Just my opinion. So this is Havoc. This is one of my newer 6 stars. I've never really played Havoc before. I only know how he works from fighting him. So we're about to find out how bad I am at this. But this should be the end of the fight, I hope. Because it kills me. Every time I take a Havoc Special 3, I die. So, looking forward to it. I'll probably... Ooh, so I'm going to have a Mutant T5C soon, but I really want to take Havoc to rank 2. So, I'm thinking Strife is going to go to rank 3, purely for prestige, and then after that I'll take Havoc to rank 2. But, one thing at a time, one thing at a time. Let's mix it up here. We're at 10 win streak. I got a feeling I'm about to get some hard matches ahead of me. I mean, I see a lot of people that want to become doctors that end up going and becoming nurses instead. I think there's some job security there. A lot of people go that direction. But that's also a highly competitive field too. I don't know. Business though. You see, I really don't know what you would do with a business degree besides manage a company. Um, yeah, I don't know. A lot of people think that they're going to get like a business degree and then they start their own small business, which didn't require a degree to begin with, and now they're in debt because of their degree loans, and then they're a small business, so they're spending all their profits basically investing it into their business, which is not a bad thing, but I don't know, man. That's specifically a business degree is a very broad kind of thing, and I really don't know what the outcome is for that. So I can't even really talk too much about it. I only can talk about things that I know. And that's financial degrees, engineering degrees, nuclear science degrees. Um, I've worked for a guy that had a degree in photography, by the way. I hated him. I hated him. He had no idea what I would do for a living. Oh, it might be part of why I put low stock in collegiate degrees. Anyway, trying not to lose any of these matches. Wait, what am I doing? He's not a special one yet. There we go. I'm always afraid I'm going to push Kingpin to special 2 and then not Dex his laser beam. And it kills me every time. Every time it kills me. And I'm just like, should have baited the special one. Every time. Hey, let's exit real quick. And I want to peek to see if I finished the arena event yet. I think I have. Let's go. Okay, so it's science combat. Perfect. See, I was watching that clock. I knew the event was about to end. So there we go. Just in the nick of time. All right. Let's see. Next we have. Hello? What was that? Okay, so the next is Event Quest, which lines up perfectly with what I plan on doing this afternoon. Um, which is finishing the event quest, so that'll get maxed out. So for the time being, the only thing we're really working on is... and that's not for another 2 hours. So yeah, just science combat, I guess. Let's go. Happy Tuesday, BP and chat. Good morning, Kit. How are you? Yes, it is. It is a happy Tuesday. I've got some chores to do today. Can't forget that it's also trash day tomorrow, so I have to take it out before bed tonight. But let's see. I think today's schedule is just Arena, and then we'll finish Cavalier EQ 3.2 while the event quest solo event is up. And then when these 6 stars are cooldown, I will come back to this arena and finish grinding for 7.5 million. I think that's going to be my day today. I know, it's a terrible life. It's a terrible life. It's so hard. Oh, being retired is terrible. For all you people who are still working, I feel bad for you. But I'll get mine. What is it? The 5th. Is that Thursday? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Let's take a peek. The 5th is Thursday. Yep. So on Thursday, I will be working, believe it or not, without pay, because I'm a glutton for punishment. But I will be wearing a suit. I'm going to be wearing a suit on Thursday. I will be busy from about 9 until 4 p.m. We'll call it consulting. I will be consulting. But I don't know. I find things to keep myself busy with. Such a power move. Such a power move. I didn't even need to finish with a special 3. I did it just to make Vulture feel bad. Oh, man. I said I was going to use this 3 days to start looking at computer parts and come up with a purchase list so that when my wife gets back Wednesday night, and Thursday, I'll go over it with her. We'll make some economical decisions based on my wish list. And we will, hopefully by Friday morning, be purchasing a computer. Huzzah! So, maybe 2 years later than I wanted to. But hey, there's all new stuff on the market 2 years later, right? But yeah. So I said I was going to be spending these 3 days while my wife was gone looking at that stuff. I haven't even done it yet. We're already down like a day and a half. Haven't even looked at it yet. I should probably stop sleeping. I could sleep when I'm dead, they say. I'm watching that energy bar too. I really don't want it to fill up. But I'll probably be popping a bunch of energy refills, which I have tons of. I really do. So the energy won't be an issue. And I definitely need to finish Cav EQ before it resets tomorrow afternoon. I think it's highly unlikely I won't be able to finish it. It only takes like 2 to 3 hours to do an entire quest. Then I'll be able to collect those sweet, sweet rewards. All right, how do we want to do this here? Is this the way? What? Make me miss my fury. Get out of there. Yeah, just watching the clouds outside. The weather's been saying it's gonna rain for like 2 days now. I haven't seen a drop yet. So I went out and ran the sprinklers for about a half hour first thing this morning. But the clouds started getting darker. Got gray skies today, and just waiting for it to rain so I don't have to go and do more watering. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? I mean, other than, I'm scrambling to finish the event quest at the very last minute, even though I tried very hard not to end up in this position this month, here I am. Um, the dilemma over the side quest lockpicks. I would have preferred to go for catalysts. T2A, T5B would have been nice. Really wanted the T5C, but I'm not gonna lie. Like, for all the other quests that I didn't use a lockpick on, I got Sig Stones way more than I wanted to. Um, so um, I got good stuff from the side quest, right? I did get a couple, like I think I got 3 or 4 rounds of T5B. I got a couple of rounds of T2A, a couple of rounds of T4C. Um, and by couple, I mean 2 or 3. Um, but I don't think I got any additional T5C at all. So, a little disappointing. That I didn't get more T5C crystals. But like I said, I got a bunch. I got a bunch of Sig Stones. Um, in a way, I kind of wish I'd written down what I got so I could look at it at the end and share my thoughts and feelings on it. But from my point of view that I remember, just way too many Sig Stones. Yeah. What device do you play the game on, BP? Runs the game smoothly while you stream. I'm playing on a Google Pixel 4 XL, which is by today's standard a old phone. I was previously streaming on a Google Pixel 3 XL, but I was lucky enough to get a warranty replacement. um, and so now this is my phone. I'm using, so it doesn't support HDMI out. That's like the huge downfall from these Google Pixel phones, right? They don't support HDMI out through the charging cable port. So I actually have to screencast uh, or Chromecast tab screen share is what I'm doing. And it's designed around screen sharing 1080p, um, at least I think 30, possibly 60 hertz. But that goes to essentially a Chromecast button dongle thing, which is what gets plugged into my Elgato card. I have an external Elgato card, and then that goes into my laptop. Um, it, I have watched a few of my own streams just for quality control. It does look pretty smooth. I did have to tweak in some settings on OBS to achieve that. And then there's actually, because of all of the screen sharing, right? It's not a hardline connection, so there's actually a delay. So I had to also mess with the timing of the video of the game to be buffered against the video of my camera because they just were not synced up time-wise. So I hope that's still the case. Like, here we go. You guys can tell me. When I hit the next fight button, I'm going to say something, and I'd like to know how far off it is. So I'm going to hit it in 3, 2, 1, next. And so hopefully when I go back and watch this later, or you guys can tell me, was it at relatively the same time? That's actually an important adjustment that I think some streamers don't set correctly or don't know that they can. But it certainly makes a difference for the viewership who's trying to, watch things in real time per se. It may not be in actual real time, but due to the perception and the time delay of the viewer, if it appears to be simultaneous, it certainly improves the experience, if that's the right word. It was at the same time. That means no stream or device delay. Well, there are stream and device delays. That's what I'm saying. But because they are buffered on my end, you guys don't notice them on your end. So whatever you're watching right now, I'm also watching it at the same time. And it looks like there's about a 15-second delay from what I'm saying to what you actually hear it. You just don't perceive it. It's all these little things that streamers have to worry about, right? But anyway, so you're going to build your own PC? I am. That was part of my job description when I worked in the Navy, is not only was I a nuclear reactor operator and engineer, but I was also I don't want to call it, it's definitely not computer scientist, that's for sure. I was considered to be the expert on hardware and software for the computers and electronics that operated the reactor. I guess electronics technician is the correct word. But yeah, I started out as an electronics technician, upgraded to an operator, and then from there I upgraded to, well, I mean, it's the rank of chief, right? But ultimately, you're just a middle management supervisor, right? And then I became responsible for supervising the maintenance and operations of the entire reactor, to include the electrical distribution grid for the rest of the ship, chemistry and water sampling requirements for the fluids, the mechanical propulsion for the ship, to include any mechanical features that interfaced with the reactor, right? So, essentially fluids and mechanical construction, repair, and operation. Basically, I was the manager for an entire nuclear plant for about 10 years before I retired. So it was cool. It was fun at times, very exciting to see that, things that you do with your hands can turn into like real things. Like, when I turn these valves over here, it makes the ship go faster. But I don't know. We'll we'll say 20% exciting, 80% bored out of my mind. Um, but yeah, that's what I used to do. Yep, it's a love-hate relationship. It's I miss the cool factor, right? Sailing the high seas in a submarine, right? I miss the wow factor that people are like, whoa, this is what you do for a living. That's so cool, right? But I don't know. It's not something you could do for a lifetime. It's very demanding of your time and energy and attention. Um, I basically didn't even start playing a lot of video games until after I was off of the submarine. Because there's just no time. There's no time. There's no time. Never enough time. I'm retired and I work harder now than I did when I was in the Navy. I guess I should probably throw a heavy, huh? Always trying to dex that special one. Never quite get it. Oh, I tell you what, running lots of arena has made me better at the game. Because I will sometimes take the time to like, if I'm about to win the fight and have pretty full health bar, I'll play a little more risky and I'll experiment with timing, or I'll try to do some things. I've actually learned that there's some champions that do like they rise up in the air and then they'll do a beam attack at an angle down at your feet, like vision. Uh, Sometimes, and I don't know if it's intentional, but if the attacker size is small enough and you're quick enough, you can actually throw a medium attack to dash forward and you'll go underneath the beam, not take damage. You usually whiff the attack. Um, Sometimes you do connect because the special hasn't quite finished yet. Well, no, that's why you would whiff, the special hadn't quite finished. But if the beam attack has already gone out and you didn't get hit by it, um, sometimes you will connect, and it's kind of a weird thing because you'll watch the opponent who's still up in the air suddenly disappear, reappear on the ground, and execute essentially staggered visual graphics. Uh, it's kind of a weird thing. But that's something I haven't been able to successfully reproduce it on a regular basis, but on more than maybe 5 times, I've been able to dash forward during one of those angled beam attacks and just completely bypass the damage. It's almost like a forward dex, you just don't get a buff for it. But anyway. That was so dumb. I thought I was far enough away. Apparently not. Oh, jeez. Marine sounds adventurous? Uh, well, so I'm not sure if you're talking about like the Marine, like the service of forces, the Marines, because I definitely was not. I was just regular Navy. Um, but if you're talking about Marine like the ocean, yeah, the ocean is a very dangerous place. You got to figure, right? We're taking active nuclear reactors hundreds of feet, thousands of feet down in the water, right? Underneath the ocean, bumping into whales. I think we bumped into a whale one time. um, you know, we're not flying blind. We have a bunch of scientific equipment that helps us essentially see in front of us, right? But under the water in the ocean is very much um, what we would call a tactical situation, right? High danger. We got thousands of pounds of pressure in both fluids and hydraulics all around us. Um, you know, imagine taking a glass jar to the bottom of a pool, right? At some point, the pressure of the water is going to break the glass jar. Luckily, the submarine is not made of glass, but the pressure is very much still there. Um, so it is a dangerous thing. I would like to think that we have mastered the art of submarining, but Social Sheep says I'm back, just popping by to say goodnight. Decided to continue my work tomorrow because my mind would be fresher. All right, good night, Soldier Sheep. Thanks for saying hi, smashing that like button, buddy. I enjoyed hearing about your book today. Get some sleep, and hopefully I'll see you soon. That's what she said. Nailed it. Uh, yeah, you got to realize that the nature of my former job is actually um, classified and a matter of national security in many respects. So there's only so much that I can say. Um, I have to be careful because if I talk about specifics, then, people could extrapolate critical information, and we can't have that. So maybe I should have put MCoC on Venom. I don't know. But yeah, Putrid, back to what you were saying. I am going to be building my own PC. Sorry, I got off on like a huge tangent there. Um, so it's not the first PC I've built myself. I think it's my fourth one. I don't do it often, and in fact, for a period of time, because the prices were so low, I actually just ordered prefab ones. I was using a company called iBuyPower. They essentially sell refurbished equipment like new, and so they get a huge discount. Sometimes when it arrives at your doorstep, you'll find something wrong with it. Um, but their warranty and exchange program, while a little frustrating to have it happen, they're really good about it. So I got a new computer, bought identical ones for me and the wife. Her graphics card was something wrong with it. It was doing like these graphical anomaly artifacts on the screen. And so I called them and emailed them, and they were very happy to quickly replace the graphics card. They sent me the new one right away, as long as I was willing to replace it myself, which I was. And so I put the new card in, took the old card out, put the old card back in the box they sent me, and shipped it right back to them. And outside of that, Like I didn't even have to pay for the shipping, no additional cost to me. So, in my opinion, aside from the work and the labor of doing the card replacement myself and the frustration of having to deal with it all, altogether was worth it. Because I don't know if I could have gotten all the parts for any, you know, significant price cheaper than what they already offered. So, this is not a paid advertisement. This is not financial advice, yada, yada, yada. Um, but yeah, I buy Power. Pretty good company, I think. Brian, be like MIB, Men in Black over here. No, we did not. We definitely did not have pens that would blank your memory. Supersonic, good morning. How are you, sir? Yeah, military is risky, but it feels really good to serve your nation. My dad was in the army, so I could relate. Yeah, basically, I, I was working my ass off. I was happy with my job. I felt like I was making a difference in the world. I was doing good things. They paid me really well, by the way. But I had been promoted to a point where politics became more important than the job, and I didn't necessarily agree with that sentiment and structure. And so I kind of didn't play by the rules. And let's just say I wrote my own schedule. When you get to a point and you're kind of like in charge, um, there's some things I couldn't control that were out of my purview, right? There always is. Everybody has a boss, right? But for the most part, I had decided that I wasn't going to do more than 20, so I retired as soon as I could, and I did the best of the job I could while I was there. But unfortunately, policy and politics was apparently more important than the job that we were actually doing, so I saw myself out. um, so time will be the true test of whether or not I made the right decisions. But considering I just sit around the house all day playing video games and like I don't know if I made a bad decision. Maybe I could have made a better decision. I could certainly have made more money, either staying in or continuing with another line of work after I retired, but I don't know, man. This is a pretty sweet deal to just sit around the house all day folding laundry. I find it really hard to complain. I still complain because I'm critical, but I feel very blessed at the same time. I know not a lot of people get to take this course of action. All good, man. Final exam is done. Do you have a score? Do you have a final grade yet? Just chill until I can get any callback for jobs. So Supersonic Sant, and correct me if I'm wrong, buddy. He is also doing an engineer field, much like I did. I think yours was what? Marine biology engineer? I could be wrong. But Supersonic Sant, he's gonna make some money as soon as he gets the job. I noticed within this engineering sector when I was a trainee, the politics and ethics was a sour spot with me. Kind of sucks because I enjoy the line of work. See, it's not just me. It's not just me. There's too many NPCs out there that just kind of nodded their head because they needed the job, right? And they'd be like, "Oh yeah, 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 totally, yeah, uh-huh, uh-huh." They didn't agree, but they also weren't trying to rock the boat. I made the decision. I was rocking the boat. I was the guy that crossed the lines in the sand. I challenged people. Basically, one of my final evaluations says, a great leader and challenging individual. You're damn right it was. Never back down from a good challenge. Let's go. Yeah, good times. Well, that's the thing, right? Anyone who was my boss, if they followed, we'll call it the rules, uh, they loved working with me, right? They loved supervising me because I follow the rules and they followed the rules and everybody had no issues, right? I mean, problems always happen. We deal with problems, right? But there's people who think that, and I'm a big believer, right? There's rules you can bend and there's rules you can break. And if you're going to bend or break rules, you have to know what the consequences are and be ready to accept the consequences if they are taken, right? So, that being said, there's a lot of people who break and bend a lot of rules and are not ready to accept those consequences. Um, and they find themselves in a little bit of a pickle, which is something I rarely found myself in. Now, if I had supervisors who, you know, were in charge of me, um, they didn't like that I was pretty autonomous. I was so good at my job, I really didn't need a boss. And that's kind of why I kept getting promoted. Um, it's and then basically that last 10 years, uh, my boss was someone that I was teaching because I was more experienced than they were. Um, it's not a good position to be when you're the subordinate teaching the supervisor how to do their job. It's a terrible place to be because not only not only do they have to hold me accountable when I mess up, when they damn well know that I was the one running the show. But then they also don't want to take any severe consequences strong enough that's going to result in me leaving or having to be reassigned because they know the value that I provide. So, catch 22, right? You got to keep yourself honest. Um, anyway. Supersonic Saint is in chemical engineering. Okay, my bad. Although I do like the marine life. Are you exactly talking about ethics, or are you just flipping off all of the intercompany politics? Um, Intercompany politics mostly, right? Specifically, the engineering field, there is very strict rules and guidance. In fact, usually guidance is considered requirements. Um, And so, I'd say 95% of that gets followed to the T. There's some ambiguous language that is gray that people work around, um, but people know where the lines are. But it was more the big Navy politics that I had problems with. So, when I have guys that work for me and I have to evaluate them every 6 months, uh, well, I really don't want to get into it. Let's just say uh, I evaluated and ranked people using a well-proven meritocracy-based system. The people who worked hard and worked well and had the least amount of problems tended to get more promotions, right? And there's very much a thing where just because you're at work more doesn't mean you're better at your job, right? Some people would get really upset that we would have guys that would work, we'll call it like an 8 hour day, right? Compared to the other person's maybe working 12 or 14 hours a day. But the guy who worked 8 hours was able to accomplish more work than the guy that was there for longer. Because the guy that was there for longer, he's taking a bunch of smoke breaks. He's taking like a 2 hour lunch, right? He shows up late to work. He likes to talk too much while he's there, so he gets distracted. And you know what I'm saying? Like, I would see all that and I would address it. So, sucks to suck, I guess, but whatever. But yeah, mostly intercompany politics. Basically, Brian was a seaman. I was at one time a seaman. Thank you. That is the rank of E3's title. I do the same when I gotta write review letters for my lecturers. I don't blame you. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I met a lot of people that I like. I made some enemies too. That's always fun, right? But anyway, let me let me take a quick break. I need to refill the drink. Feeling a little parched. If you guys will just give me a minute, I'm gonna go fill up, and I will be right back as soon as I figure out how to. And we're back. Sorry for the absence, but anyway, yeah, I had a bunch of people that worked for me. I think at one time, I was supervising about 75 people, which is quite a few. Um, I don't know. I will admit, like 95% of the people I've worked with, I don't talk to anymore. Uh, it was a job. They're doing a job. People move on. But there's a few people that I still talk to on a fairly regular basis. I'd say at least once a month. Um, Either it be through Discord or some form of social media, texting. But honestly, like now that I'm retired, I know most of them are still working. They don't have time to talk. They got you know. Um, yeah. But there's a few people that I've connected with on a personal level. I was able to stop and visit with them for a day or two as I traveled across the country, uh, hang out, you know. But yeah, it's almost like having a second family, right? When you work really well with a bunch of people. Um, I don't know. I kind of feel like some of the people that worked for me, they're like by proxy my kids now. But these are grown ass men. I try not to treat them like kids. Um, And I think that's the legacy I left behind is that there's a bunch of people who, if they were doing their job, even if they sucked at it, as long as they did it to the best of their ability, I gave them a lot of uh, room to breathe and respect and treated them as such. Uh, and other supervisors wouldn't do that, and so they liked that I would not treat them like crap all the time. Um, so it is what it is. You can't please everybody. Got to make a line of enemies somewhere. Oh yeah, I made a few. I made a few. I had a guy request to be transferred. Well, he found out he got orders to my ship, and he was like, he called the detailer. It was like, I want new orders. I refuse to work with this guy. The dude was super shady. He was always trying to cut corners or find out some way he could cheat on something. And I'm like, I don't know. Did not like me. Is Beth still a teacher? I sparingly remember she did something with math and education. Uh, so she got a degree in mathematics and computer science. Not necessarily a teacher, but she does do software development and coding for a company called Khaki. And currently, the reason why I'm solo parenting is she is at a work conference in Illinois this week. She left Sunday morning. She will be back Wednesday evening. And mm, so she is out of town right now. So part of the reason I get to stream is that she's not around to tell me what to do. But also the workload is lighter uh, because she's not here, right? That's really the downfall of us both being home all the time is that we create additional laundry, we create additional dishes, and the house gets dirtier faster when you got a bunch of people there all the time. Um, and so that's why my chores take me so long, is there's all this laundry and all these dishes that I got to do all the time. For the guys that hang out with me on the Discord, like they know, like I feel like I'm always doing laundry and dishes, but that's because I'm always doing laundry and dishes. So anytime I'm not streaming, if you just assume that I'm either doing laundry or dishes or sleeping, you're probably right. But no, she is not home right now. Oh, you know what? We were. Never mind. No, no, never mind. The solo event was like skill combat or something. Never mind. Sorry, brain fart. Well, that's no bueno. All three of these are poison immune. Let's see here. Nope, did not get a light intercept. So something I've had to get used to after turning on suicides is that Carnage's special attacks are unblockable if I have the bleed debuff up. That definitely caught me off guard the first time that I experienced that. Because if the opponent has a bleed or an armor break and Carnage throws a special, his special attack becomes unblockable. For anyone who doesn't know, which I'm sure all of you already know. But yeah, definitely had to get used to that. Who's going to be my next rank 3? That's a very good question. I have 500 pieces to get a mutant T5C, and I actually formed the Mystic one yesterday. So I have, we'll just round up just a little bit, and we'll say I have a Mystic and a mutant T5C. So that's actually two potential rank 3s in my near future. I'm going to be taking Strafe up as the mutant to rank 3, because that will be one of my top 5 prestiges, I hope. But as for Mystic, I haven't made a decision yet. That's something we could definitely take a look at on stream if we need to, just for shits and giggles. Let's get some of these shocks going. Boom! Eat shit, Venom! Can't hit in the opponent's block when fighting Archangel or fight Void. What happens if you hit into Void's block? Oh, hold on. Somebody's at the house. Hold on. Give me 1 second, guys. I apologize. A friend of ours came by and dropped off a gift. Um, so that was very nice of them. I didn't want to. One, I wasn't expecting them. This was like a random thing. And then secondly, I don't know if she saw me streaming through the window, but I thought it would be rude to it not at least answer the door and say hi. Uh, so she just wanted to drop it off and move on. So anyway, so Mystic, huh? Yeah. I think my next rank 3 might be Hulkbuster, but I'm waiting on somebody else. Hulkbuster is already like crazy powerful. Uh, and that falls into that category of champions like Black Widow Deadly Origins that I don't really think needs to be rank 3. Obviously, make your own assessment. But yeah, Hulkbuster is already way overpowered in my opinion. Um, so unless it was like a prestige rank up, I don't know if I personally would do that. Or maybe I would just because it would make it that much better. Um, but yeah, 6-star Hulkbuster would be primo. Um, like I know if you hit into the Archangel's block, you risk getting poisoned. But what happens with Void? I am unaware of a Void problem. If you hit into Archangel's block when you're bleeding, you'll get poisoned. Yep. And if you fight Void with suicides, you have no immunities. You'll die. Oh, you just mean fighting Void in general. Uh, And you have no immunities. Oh, you mean immunities to the bleed and the poison? Yes. Yes, I have noticed that. Thank you. What was I doing? Where did I figure? It was Battlegrounds. I figured that out in the Battlegrounds. I didn't even like. I assumed, okay, he's gonna cut off all the willpower healing, which is negating the majority of that bleed damage, right? Um, so when the willpower gets shut down and it's essentially reverse healing. Oops. It actually does like double damage. And so I was like, I remember looking up at my health bar and was like, holy cow, I'm at like 15% life. What happened? And then it dawned on me, oh, it's void. Um, yeah, you almost have to take a robot to fight void, right? Or at least someone who's both bleed and poison immune. Um, but yes, running suicides has been a learning experience for me to figure out exactly um, which champs perform best. And it's not always about the immunities either, because part of the suicide build improves your attack power, and the other half improves your special attack damage. And knowing which ones where and vice versa, right? Because there's nodes where like heavy attacks and special attacks do more damage. Uh, there's nodes where heavies and special attacks do less damage, and so knowing when to monopolize on that certainly will benefit too. I have considered pulling points out of, I think, what is it? Despair, Deep Wounds, and whatever that third one is, and putting those into higher, putting 2 more points into Recoil, which would up my recoil damage to 10% of my life, but it would also give a huge gain in output damage. Uh, I'm trying my very best to not use special 1 and special 2 attacks and get through the game these past 2 months because I'm actually thinking about doing that. There are a few occasions where I have been using special 1 and special 2, and but it's few and far between, and for the most part, I don't know. There's just so many champions that have so much utility in their special 1 and 2 that it's hard to not use it. Um, and so I just don't know. I don't know. These are hard. These are hard decisions to make. Um, I see, from over the shoulder, third party view, that the fact that I'm even considering that is showing that I'm playing better and faster, taking less damage, successfully dexing more often, which means that I have the room in my health bar to take on that kind of a sacrifice. So, I don't know. Time will tell. But here we go. This will be fun. Oh, what? There we go. Boom. I was trying to ignite my bat, but it didn't happen. I was a little surprised that I was able to chain 5-hit combos consecutively like that. I think I got lucky there. But that's what I was trying to do, is I was trying to start the next 5-hit combo, hopefully hitting into his block. But apparently his block was not up. I was actually talking to someone on Discord a few days ago, who told me that I get really mad when I play this game, and so he doesn't know why I punish myself. Um, Hold on, the game like froze. Let's reload the client here. And he's like, I don't know why you punish yourself. Maybe you should quit that game. And my instant reaction was like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say. No way I'm quitting this game. We're talking about like 4 years of playing this thing now. I am invested. Uh, I think the last time I was this invested in a game, it was World of Warcraft. So, and I played that for almost 10 years exclusively. So, yep, there's event quest completion. Let's see how we landed here. I don't know if I'm going to get to using that revive, so sadly, let's just sell it. All right, so we got about 18,000 people who finished arena wins. We'll round up. We'll call it 20,000 players that finished that event. Yeah. I wish you could sell these. Even if it was for like 1 gold. I don't know why they preclude that. All right, AQ's almost done. Good job, team. Proud of you guys. Well done. See if anyone needs a poke. We got 3 hours. I'll let it be. We'll go look at Alliance War real quick. Yep. Getting pretty close. Okay, my battle group is done. Hopefully everybody's joined by now. Oh, Samson. Get in there, buddy. So we got 2 paths. 2 paths left, and we got 2 players that can take it. And 1 thing fight. Nobody likes to fight thing. Nobody likes fighting thing, ever. Oh, let's see here. All right, group 1. Map's looking pretty finished. I think it's... Oh, they're working on the boss. Okay. Looks like somebody died. That's okay. We're still coming under on the kills, though. So we're doing great. We're doing great. Time Variance Authority. Somebody watched Loki. All right. So as we get closer to the end of that, I'll come back and record some data. But we can go ahead and finish this here. I don't know why the game froze. Oh, this is like the worst part too. There we go. All right, we'll sort by 6 stars again. And let's go. Yeah, so here we go. It's just 1 round, pretty much. Um, we'll do a second round because there's two remaining 6-star champions, so I'll throw a 5-star in. Um, yep. Boom! Headshot for the win. Oh, I almost dexed all the hits. See, I'm always trying. I always try and dex it. Here we go. We get to do it again. Timing's always slightly off. Let's try it again. Ah, same thing. All right, let's try it again. Nope, completely jacked it up that time. Nope, messed it up that time too. We're running out of chances, guys. Running out of chances here. Oh well. You can see that I'm trying to practice doing that. There's a couple other specials that I'm working on too. But I would love to get to the point where I could just dex all of these weird specials like that one. Now, if I could just dex this guy's special one, right? I think every time I fought him today, it's been an epic fail. It's those tentacles, man. They flail all around. They're like. Oh man. All right, so we got two more 6-stars, which, is a good thing. I have a 6-star crystal in the wings. If we can get another 6-star, that'll even up my arena teams. Let's see, we want to pick one about the same power level. So we'll call it 7,000 something. Here we go. I don't get to play him very often. Ooh, it's a heavy. People keep telling me I need to take Doc Ock to rank 2 and start playing him more, but I don't know. I don't know. If you guys think that I'm sleeping on that one, let me know. I just don't feel it. I could have dexed that. What was I thinking? Give me those buffs. You don't need those. I'll take them. One of the few champions in the game that'll do that. All right. And the 6 stars are done. I'm glad I made time for that. All that for a 4 star, right? All that for a 4 star. It may not seem like much, and people are like, Brian, why are you wasting your time grinding out the 4 star? Like, well, it's one less champion that I have to get now to plus up my roster with champions, right? Um, I probably won't play the 4 star unless it's like a 4 star specific arena or something or some specific challenge. But having it makes it so that with future crystal openings, it will become a dupe. And I mean, honestly, just running the arena twice will give me the dupe. So after that, pretty soon, all these 4 stars and these 3 stars get max sig, and then it turns into max sig crystals. And it's all about building that baseline uh, max sig roster for the 2s, 3s, and 4 stars. Because then that's when every time you open a crystal, you're not just getting duplicate shards for the next higher level, but you're getting double the duplicate shards with a max sig crystal. The max sig crystals also give you more summoner advancement points, yada yada yada. It's like a cascading waterfall of points. It all builds up. It all becomes worth it, and that's why I do it, right? So if you're like, Brian, why is your account growing so quickly? You know, it's because I made sure that I created a strong base level of 2 stars a long time ago. Here we go. We need to get one of these. And then, let's see, we got... So I need to buy a Cosmic and Tech as well. You could see that doing the side quest and using all those lockpicks gave me enough shards for a 6-star hero crystal as well. So there's that. I mean, how many... I mean, all in all, I've got over 19,000 crystals now. But let's be real. A bunch of them are like 4-hour crystals and sigstone crystals and other junk like yeah, gold crystals. That's the majority of it, right? Like, where'd it go? Yeah, 1,300 5-star sigstone crystals. There's going to come a point where I'm going to be using those very quickly, very fast. So they're not going to go to waste. But as for right now, I am going to open a bunch of stuff up real quick. Let's see what we're going to open. We'll open these. Yep. But I also have a crap ton of crystals for actual things, right? Like here's 6 calves, 530 premiums. That's a bunch of stuff. 10 4-star nexuses, 3 5-star nexuses. That's not small stuff, right? I guess I have 1 3-star nexus. Not sure where that came from. 30 4-star heroes, 85 3-stars, 4 ultimate crystals. I save these ultimate crystals when I need ISO. If I need ISO, boom, ultimate crystal. It's perfect. Um, Here we go. We got, again, 6 stone crystals. Don't get me wrong, they're valuable, they're important, but I don't let the signature level of my champions determine how useful they are. Um, and you can see that the 3-star is low, but the 5-star 6 stones are high. 4-star is pretty high as well, but I've actually just started using the 4-star 6 stones. I basically wait till an item use event, and when we get an item use event and an advancement event at the same time, that's when I use these stones. Um, and I will fill up an entire advancement event with just signature stones. And then that lets me save my ISO for the level up events, right? Which makes sense. And that's what many other players do. I don't know if they put those together. But here we go. This is a max sig ability crystal. I guess they don't do the spinner reel anymore. I'm always hoping for that, what is it? Immortal Iron Man, the special drop, like 1 in a billion chance. So, haven't gotten one yet, but I'm on the hunt, guys. I'm on the hunt. Here we go. So this will be 5-star shards, I'm pretty sure. Yep. No small amount there. Let's see. Here we go. 4 cav objective crystals. That's kind of a bummer. I am watching my energy. It is getting pretty high. I might have to go do some like other thing real quick. Because I'm not quite ready to jump into CAV-EQ at this moment. I like to save these collector crystals till like December, and then I make like a special, here's all my 1 and 2-star collector crystals. I've actually had very specific people that are subscribed to my channel actually say that's their favorite type of video, is watching me specifically open the collector crystals. And I'll probably open Pool's gold crystals at the same time. Here we go, another 32 stars. I'm looking at our Alliance Summoner's Advancement. We got 2 days. We're only at 500. So it looks like we need some points. And so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to add some points to our Alliance. So we'll open up a crap ton of these today. I actually had to dip into my crystal reserves a couple weeks ago to push us up to 1 million Summoner Advancement points, and I ended up putting up 100k points in Summoner's Advancement that week. Typically, my score is somewhere between 20 and 50k. So, basically doubling that was a big play. And it was mostly just these crystals right here. Just opening them up. Wait, did I see a 4-hour crystal? Nope, okay. Just a graphical glitch. There we go. So let's see what we got. A bunch of tier 2 alpha. Look at that. 2 T4Cs completed. Some more T4B, so that's always good. That's a pretty good crystal opening right there. And then BAP 7 crystals. Let's go. And what I'm opening right now is probably going to be the catalyst fuel that I use to do essentially two 6-star rank 3 rank ups back to back. Um, so there we go. T5B, that's what we want. And T2A is always welcome. There we go. Oh yeah, I got some more T2A it looks like. Thank you, sir. What are we opening now? All right, so we do have these. So completing the side quest to meet the objectives gave me 5 2% crystals. So it's essentially 10% of a T5C in 5 different crystals. I opened one of them. I got Mystic. That gave me my Mystic T5C. So now we're going to open up the other 4 on stream. Hopefully, what I want to get is one of them. I want one of them to be mutant. So let's see what we get. I'll put my feet up here and enjoy the show for a quick second. Take a deep draft. Let's see what we get. Oh, so close, so close. Mr. P, what's up, buddy? All right, so again, we're hoping for the Mystic. It trolled me last time. It gave me Cosmic between, Mutant. It gave me a Cosmic instead of the 2 mutants that were surrounding it. And that's okay, because pretty much any color is good. We have one 6-star break 3 of each color now. We're just hoping that at least one of these is a mutant. If not, no harm. Okay, that's tech. And then here we go. We'll see what this one is. Let's see. Ooh, interesting. Mystic. Okay. Now that I formed a Mystic T5C, that's actually my lowest quantity out of the 6. So perhaps that's the one that I didn't want. Interesting. Interesting. Double. So out of the 5, I got 3 Mystics and no mutants. A little bit of a letdown. But hey, you know what? It's good to have T5C. It's good to have a T5C. I'm seeing in the Discord that it looks like we are now 100% on war. Oh my god. Who are these people? That's the worst part about having a house at the front of the neighborhood is that lots of people walk by and look in your windows. Get out of here. Okay, so are there any other crystals that I want to buy? Or use, sorry, use. not sure there's any immediately right here. I'm saving that 10% T5 class catalyst fragment Nexus Crystal. What a long name for a crystal, right? I'm saving that for like a must-need emergency. Because right now, if I opened it, it wouldn't form any crystal for me. So there's no point in opening it right now. So I'm basically holding on to battle chips right now. I've got about 2 million of them, which is quite a few. I've got about 2 million battle chips, and I got 18 regular arena crystals. So I think we got a 4th of July event coming up, right? So let's see, what is there anything over here that I want to open? I need to do a special video for these Grandmaster Crystals. I've essentially got, what is that, 250 of them? Uh, what is this? 9 more Cav crystals on this side as well. Yeah. So I'm starting to get a little more liberal with my crystal cleanups here. So Sinister Synergy. Let's open a couple of these. We're going for a 5-star. I'm gonna come back to that Mystic rank up after I open these, okay, Mr. P? So we're gonna open these until we get a 5 or a 6-star champion. Uh, and I'm watching my energy bar at the top of the screen. Uh, I'm gonna have to probably go do like a Catalyst daily quest or something. Woo! Yeah! Yes! Yes! What time is it? 2:07? All right. All right. Boom. Okay, so yesterday we opened like 10 of these crystals and we weren't getting shit. And Sentinel was trolling the crap out of me. Uh so I did not expect that the first effing crystal was gonna be a 6-star. Woo! Oh man. Dude. Dude. Yes. Effing amazing. All right. So now I have to add this to my 6-star crystal opening channel. We're gonna put a timestamp. What was it? There we go. Change the video information real quick. There we go. Oh, bro. I know, right, Mr. P? Holy cow, what a good crystal opening. Holy cow. Yes. Yes. And that gives me a new 6-star champion for my arena teams. Is now in even groups of 3. Talk about delayed gratification. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, bear with me for just a minute because I want to revisit this Mystic Rank 3 discussion. Um, whoo! Right? Right? Okay, so yep, we need to do some of that. Jinx says, also, I don't know that state of it. Check the Alliance War 2 group chat. Sure. Sure. Uh, yeah, he sent me a message yesterday, and I responded to him already. Um, yeah, I think he'll be okay. I think he's just frustrated. He's he's upset about something. He's not taking the correct course of action to resolve it. I'm gonna help him fix it because he's trying to be too nice about it, and I think he just needs the leader to bring the hammer in. So perhaps Jinx, perhaps, but I don't really want to do it during the season because that's gonna mess up the defender lineup. So let me. Has he even joined Alliance War yet? Science combat. Hammer time. That's right. That's right. Here we go. Let's explore our science 6-star roster here. And I'm just gonna put this on autopilot, and I'm going to then talk about Mystic rank ups. And again, I'm just doing this to basically use up a little bit of energy to delay me starting Event Quest here. Oh, crap! I just closed YouTube. Hold on, let me bring that back real quick. The stream should be fine, but I definitely just shut down my viewing window. I hope I didn't lose all the chat. I think I did, though. I think I did. Here, let's see. All right. Yep, okay, I'm back. I'm back, everybody. I've got the chat back. We are here to haunt your streams. Did I pull a void? No, sir, I did not pull a void. But there is a timestamp in the video description below already to where I pulled the 6-star. So if you want to go check that out, um, by all means, please do. But I'm also going to update my thumbnail to include a 6-star crystal opening highlight after I get done here today. So what I wanted to do was open up Aunt May, and I hope I didn't clear out the cookies for this site because I kind of wanted to keep that list. And I think I did. I think it's, oh my God, it's completely gone. Okay. I knew that clearing out those cookies was a bad idea. I should have not done it. Damn it. Okay. Well, let's bring up the window here. There we go. Okay. Let me resize this a little bit. Really wasn't planning on doing this on today's stream, but that's okay. There we go. We want, yeah, that'll do. And then, yep, okay. And then, okay. Bear with me. All right, so this is Aunt May. Most of you are familiar with it. We're going to look at Mystic Champions. I'm trying to increase my prestige, right, to help the Alliance. And Doctor Doom is already rank 3. And again, we've sorted this by 6 stars, rank 3, Sig 200. I know I'm nowhere near that. Sorry, that's the upside down list. Okay, so Doctor Doom is the number 1. Doctor Doom is already at rank 3. I don't have America Chavez or Tigra. Or Scarlet Witch, or Rentra, who is top 5. Wow, look at that. Not even in the game yet. Sorcerer Supreme, followed by MCoC. Eek. Ooh. Do I take MCoC to rank 3? I recently took him to rank 2. Oh, that's a hard call. That's a hard call. I don't know. I don't know. Here, let me minimize this real quick and read the chat here. Aunt May got rid of your unhealthy cookies and is making you some nutritious wheat cakes. Hey, Simula, what's up, man? We are looking at a Mystic rank 3 potential option here, so that's why we're looking at Aunt May. Let me bring that back up now. And then I'm going to go to my 6-star roster. We're going to look at Mystics, Mystax. And so here's what I got. I'm sitting on 1 6-star crystal right now, but this is what I'm working with. The only champions that are awakened are the Unstoppable Colossus, because I'm a loser, and MCoC, which was apparently a random awakening. And so I've got Doctor Doom, Hood, MCoC, and Diablo at rank 2 currently. Sorry, Doctor Doom is at rank 3, so he's off the table. So I mean, I guess pretty much any other Mystic champion that I have is fair game. MCoC is, from what I can see, the highest opportunity for a prestige bump. And then, if we look at this again, who's the next highest? I don't have a Dragon Man, do I? No Dragon Man. Diablo. Diablo is the next highest. Over here. Yeah, right here. So we've got Diablo. We've got MCoC. Mojo's up here too. Again, this is all at Sig 200. And then I think I had Longshot, didn't I? Yeah, I've got Longshot as well. So a couple of options. Now, if we sort by 0 Sig, it does change it just a little bit. Again, Doctor Doom's already ranked 3. Mojo would be number 2, which, I don't know, maybe I take up the Mojo. Since, Sig 0, it's the second highest one that I own. Longshot, and then MCoC. So MCoC only pulls ahead as his Sig level goes up. And I have Ebony Maw as well. Sorry. So yeah, I've got an interesting decision to make for sure. Just don't know. I don't know, guys. Sorcerer is good. I don't have Sorcerer Supreme. I do have Symbiote Supreme. He's one of my favorite champions. I probably don't play him as well as I should, but I have fun playing Symbiote Supreme. I don't know. I feel like aside from Doom and Hood and Diablo and Symbiote Supreme, and I guess I'll throw Longshot in there as well, that my 6-star Mystic grouping is a little lackluster. Nice champ pull. Thank you, Jinx. I'm not big on MCoC as an attacker personally. I'd go Diablo. I actually I use MCoC in my Alliance War defense team as a rank 2. So rank 3 would be even better. I'm the only one in the Alliance with one. I know he's kind of a pain to fight at times. Uh, so I am playing Diablo more now that I've taken him to rank 2. I am by no means a Diablo master. Um, but I do okay. I mean, here when I play Diablo, this is how I do it. I parry and then I heavy, and I do this over and over until I win, because those poisons accumulate and end up doing some pretty good damage. Occasionally, I'll throw a special too. I'm probably doing it wrong, but that's okay. I might unsub if you don't rank Diablo and give him an Awakening Gem. I don't have an Awakening Gem. Everyone else I know is doing things like Act 7 and like whatever the highest difficulty labyrinth is. I don't know. I'm not there yet. I still am working on completing Act 5 and variants. So, I don't know. I've got some thinking to do. Then find one. Oh, there's one right here. I just found it under the stack of paperwork on my desk. It's crazy. I didn't know that was there. But yeah, I've got some decisions to make. I've got some decisions. But yeah. Uh, mm, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Lots of decisions need to get made. Lots of decisions. But I am going to be moving on to doing CAVQ this afternoon. I would like to stream it. I really don't have a reason not to. But I was trying to evaluate, do I take a break or do I keep rolling? And I'm feeling a little hungry and I don't want to abandon the stream to go grab food. So yeah, um, I think I'm going to take a break. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this link address for Lord Shadow, who I see is streaming. And here we go. Here's a link to his stream. Nobody likes a hangry streamer. You just got the right idea with how to play Diablo. Just keep the poisons paused with the special one. Oh, so I should be throwing special one instead. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Simula, for educating this poor little player over here on the finer aspects of a champion. Thank you so much. Guys, I don't have time to do the research on these champions. I just play them until I win. But no, thanks for the pro tip, dude. Totally appreciate it. I actually, Simula, since you're here, I actually watch you more than you probably think I do, but I'm usually watching you on the TV and it doesn't have a keyboard. And I'm playing the arena on my phone. And so I don't ever talk in the chat, but I do catch you fairly often. So I just want to let you know I'm there in spirit. Interrupt his drinking on the special one with a dashback and it will pause them. Hold on. Okay, let's go look at this. You have intrigued me now. Can you interrupt the special one? Let's see. Let's see here. Okay. I guess mediums can land them too, huh? Look at that. Okay, I see. It's the second part of the special one text here. So if I let him drink for 1.5 seconds, he gains a regen passive. If the drink is interrupted, which is what you're saying, dash back, he gains a vial of might and pauses all poison effects on the opponent for 10 seconds. All right, so I guess I get an option on healing or the vial of might. So I guess, what is the vial of might? Where is vial of might? What does vial of might do? For each vial of might, oh, that's with a special 3 though. Uh, what does vial of might do? Uh, I'm not seeing it. For each ingredient type not used, gain 2 indefinite vial of might, which grants 97 blah 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 attack rating and 10% poison potency. Max stacks 8. Okay, so that's what the vial of might does. And then when I throw a special 3 for each vial of might, I get a 100% chance to inflict 2 additional poison debuffs. Woo! That sounds awesome. For big damage, don't use any pre-fights. Build to 8 vials, then use special 3. Okay. So let me ask you this. I'm running suicide masteries now. When I throw that special 1, I'm taking recoil damage, and then I'm not getting the passive healing because I let him take the full drink for 1.5 seconds. Or is there a small window where he gains the regen passive and then I still swipe back and get a vial of might? Because that would be awesome and probably overpowered, so it probably doesn't work that way. But if that's a critical piece of information I would love to know right now. Um, but yeah, it might be time to start stacking some vials of might, brothers. And as much as I would love to like have in-depth discussions about champions' abilities and how to play them better for both my own benefit and others, I think there's other players in the community that do a way better job than I would do. That's why I don't really do that. He will heal from the liquid courage, huh? Okay. Oh, okay. The liquid courage from my masteries because I'm self-poisoned. Okay. Uh, because I won't take the poison damage. Right, which is, I think, not only reduced damage from all sources, and incoming poison effects suffer 100% potency, which lets me get all healing out of that. Okay. So if I run willpower, you don't need the SP1 regen. See, that's the metagamer level of knowledge that I sometimes miss out on. Um, you see, thank you, Simula. Best friend and a scholar. Look at you, sir. Uh, Making me a better player with every comment. Wow. Wow. I am humbled by your level of knowledge at this game. Wow. Well, thanks for the school lesson on my way out the door. I think what my plan right now is I'm going to pass the stream over to Lord Shadow. Already put the link up there. I'll do it again. Uh, Here's the link again. I'm going to go eat some lunch, swap some laundry, maybe fold a load real quick. And I'm hoping that I will be up for an afternoon stream because the kid doesn't get home until 3:45. So I'm going to try and at least knock out half of CAV-EQ 3.2 today, which will put me, when I finish 3.2, I will be done for the month of April, ready to start May tomorrow afternoon. But with that, I bid you all adieu, and I am going to go have lunch. So thanks for hanging out with me. Go check out Lord Shadow. Much thanks to Simula here for schooling me ultra hard on how to play a champ that I thought I knew. And I will see you all later. Have a great day. Bye.